All right. We ain't quite made it to the put it on some segment yet, okay? But this is kind of like it, okay? So I am kind of putting you on the spot a little bit. All right. With all your wealth of knowledge of Jackson State football, okay? Now remember, your homies in the 1400 club, they're going to see this and they might call you out on some of this, okay?
I know.
All right. So I need to know, who are your fave 5 JSU football players of all time?
My goodness. Woo. First one up is going to be James Johnson, big country, man. He's number 1 on my list.
Oh, you're giving us the ranking with it, too.
He's number 1. And there's a personal reason why, because my first Jackson State jersey was a James Johnson number 41 jersey. And, you know, I was a big kid, man. When I played for Coach Carter at Lake Hyco, I played with, you know, I was the big fullback. So so Big Country was the big, you know, I loved the Mike Allstotts, the Christian Okoyes. I was a big running back lover. You know what I'm saying? So when it snowed outside, you know, we get that occasional snow in Jackson. I went and go throw my coat on. I put my number 41 jersey on. I'm finna run the ball. I'm Big Country. It was a personal favorite of mine.
Okay.
I would say number 2, Graylin Pratt, man.
Okay.
I like Pratt because of just, for one, it was his name. And it just, like, during that time, I loved the Jackson State uniforms, and he was the quarterback, man. He was the signal caller. I know he's probably not on the top list of, like, greatest quarterbacks to ever play, but to me, he was one of the toughest jokers, you know, a bit undersized. To me, he represented what Jackson State football was about, kind of that underdog, blue collar, count me out, but I'm gonna go get it done type player.
Okay.
I say number 3, I'm gonna stay at the quarterback position.
All right.
Magic Man. Jimmy Oliver, man.
I was just reading something about him earlier.
Jimmy Oliver. He just joined the quarterback academy.
That's what I was reading about. Yeah.
Jimmy Oliver's that one Jackson State. And I know he was there for a couple years, but Jimmy is the one that we sleep on a lot Jimmy did some special stuff, man. He gave Comedy his only SWAC championship. Comedy was there for quite a while. Now, this is during the time I just started back watching Jackson State. Now, I know I didn't really, now I'll be real, like, Zoe's a little older than me, so I didn't really watch, you know, the new breeds and the Connor DCs, and I know of them, you know what I mean? But from what I remembered, I always made it personable to me, like those that made me really want to watch them. And Jimmy was that type of player that you just always felt like every time he was going to do something. So I had to throw Jimmy Oliver in my top 5 list of favorite Jackson State players of all time. And I'm gonna give you one more from his same era, not too far from it.
Okay.
Rico Richardson, man.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. That I would love Rico forever because he caught that touchdown to beat Southern in 2010.
Did he make you some money with that catch? Okay. Did you have a wage?
That was the single solitary greatest Jackson State game I've ever been a part of in my entire life. That 2010, what is it? The boom box. That's what they call it. The boom box. The Jackson State Southern game.
Right.
Big fan of Rico, man. I'm moving this thing. Now I'm really back going to every single game. Okay. I'm everywhere Jack State is at. I'm still living in Jackson at the time. I'm going everywhere. And Rico was he was a man amongst boys. He was always to me, he was always like the best player on the field, man. And yeah. So yeah, man, that was one of my that would be my 4th.
All right.
I'm gonna bring it a little bit current right now. I'm gonna bring it a little bit current, man. I would say number 5, and this is no knock to any other players that came under Coach Bryant, because I love me some Aubrey Miller. I love me some James Houston. Keontae Hampton, man.
Big Ham.
Ham's going to be in my top 5 of all-time greatest. I was trying to toy in between him and Javancy Jones because I love both of them, but I always stick around with the players I felt like just stayed with us, man. Stayed down with us. You know what I'm saying? Started at the beginning with us and ended their career with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were leaders in the pack. That's kind of 5A, 5B. I'm gonna say Hamp and Javancy, man. Though and I'm not gonna touch any of the previous two years. I'm gonna stay away from that for now. And I'll come back. Ask me that question in a couple of years, and I'll probably throw many of them on there because I love them all. But yeah. I know I've learned to not touch anything that's close to me because it'll get a little, you know, people tend to, you know, they get in their feelings sometimes. So, but no, I didn't go historically. I think I walked it down when you sent it to me. I was like, man, let me think about this. And I had to go with what was in my heart, what popped up in my head. I think I touched all the eras of JSU football of what was important to me and what really stuck out to me, who made me want to go see them. You know what I mean? So Big Country, Graylin Pratt, Jimmy Holliver, Rico Richardson, and I'm gonna say Hamp and Javancy. I know that's 6, but we're gonna put Javancy and Hamp. I love them 2 dudes, man.
Right.
They meant the world to us as fans.
That's a dope 5. Dope 5.